Yippee-ki-yay, my reptilian nerds! I'm over here at the hottest show of the Pacific Northwest, and today I'm going to take you on a tour to see some killer animals, just like this green tree python. My name's Ryan, and you're watching Mighty Morphing Reptiles. Let's roll the tape. Alright guys, so we're going to start it off hot with that green tree python. My buddy Chris over here is going to tell you some fun facts about it. Okay, so tell me, why is this guy yellow?
Alright, so this guy's yellow because the part of the island that he comes from actually has a lot of yellow plant life, and so they use that to blend in. And you also have the red variant of these guys. He's a Biot green tree python. The red variant will come from an area with lots of red flowers. Now, slowly over time, these guys will start to turn completely green. And so another cool fact about these guys, they're almost completely blind. And the best time that they can see is at night. And these guys will spend about all night sitting on a branch, wiggling this little tail that they have. They have this little black tail. And they spend their time wiggling it like this. So when a bat or an owl or an animal that uses echolocation actually starts trying to hunt for food, that echolocation will bounce back and say, hey, there's a worm over here. And they'll be like, cool, I'm gonna go eat that worm. So they'll fly by, swoop in, and this guy will grab them straight out of the air. They probably get this opportunity about 1 to 3 times a month, so they get a bad rap for being very bitey. That being said, if you know how to handle this animal, you know the time of day to hold this animal, you'll have very, very good luck not getting bit. And they're a wonderful pet, and they're one of my favorites.
They are absolutely gorgeous. So also, fun fact, guys. So they don't stay yellow or red like this forever as babies. When they actually get older, they go through something called, is it otonic color change?
Yes, it is.
Otonic color change. So throughout time, they'll actually start developing some greens, a little bit of blues, but primarily greens. And like, I actually own some of these guys myself, and I'm more of a lizard guy than anything, but when it comes to snakes, this is definitely one of my favorites right here. There's nothing more gorgeous that's non-venomous when it comes to a snake as the green tree python. Absolutely amazing. And Chris, I want to thank you so much.
You are so welcome,
for taking the time to educate my peoples and me on these guys. All right, thank you, man.
You're very welcome. You have a great day, man.
You too. Okay, for all my turtles lovers out there, I am about to show you this really, and I mean absolutely gorgeous of a turtle right here. So this right here is called a diamondback terrapin. And if you look carefully, this turtle actually is white. And you know, they actually come in like 7 different localities. Like this one specifically is one of the more popular locales of diamondback terrapins. This is called the ornate. And dude, like this one right here is actually white, but it's somewhat translucent. Like if you look on the head right there, you can see some of the pinks throughout the head, and it's actually gorgeous. So these guys only get up to about 4 to 6.5 inches from the shell, and they make such great pets. I actually own a diamondback terrapin myself. I have a northern concentric. So these guys actually live in brackish waters out in the wild, meaning that it's partially salty and partially fresh. But you actually don't need to keep it brackish in captivity to actually do it. It's been scientifically proven, but these guys are so much fun. Like, they are actually really nice. Like, every time I go up to the front of my tank, this turtle will just come and explore and just like follow it everywhere. And dude, I just absolutely really love this kind of pet, dude. And now they are somewhat of an endangered species, but so you only want to go with captive bred. There are a few breeders out there. But look at the carapace on this turtle. Look at that back. That looks so cool with the ornates right here. I'm telling you, right now, this is one of the world's most gorgeous turtles over here, and you can't go wrong with having one of these guys. So really, one of the best things about the show, it's not just an actual reptile show. So if you actually come over here, they actually have a complete like petting zoo, like right here. You can
drinking all of it, Alexander.
Feed this baby kangaroo. Like, look at this kid just bottle feeding that. Isn't that just
That's a marsupial.
That is so precious. Now tell me this, what other reptile show can you really do this at? No, check this out. They got little baby chicks that you can pet too. And look, every time they do this show, there's always a bunch of new animals, and it's just absolutely killer. So I'm going to show you something really cool. And speaking of animals on display, you know, at this show, you can actually, there's a lot more than just buying reptiles at this show. Like, if you come over here to Johnny Snake's booth, you get the opportunity to hold this giant Burmese python? Yeah, I think it's a Burmese python.
Reticulated python.
It's not?
Reticulated.
Reticulated python.
You should probably get your facts straight before you speak, you idiot.
You guys get the chance to actually hold a 20-foot snake. Look at that thing. But yeah, if you ever want to hold a snake, you can always come to Johnny Snake's booth over here. This man right here. You get the opportunity to hold it. So also at this show, you can get more than also at this show, there's more than just reptiles to buy. You can buy a bunch of cool like decor for your homes, like skulls and stuff. But one of my favorite things you can actually buy here is get some really cool plants. And so I'm over here with my buddy Jeff Green, and he's gonna tell you about this little cool carnivorous plant here real quick. All right, Jeff. So tell me about this plant.
So this plant here is native to our wonderful state here in Oregon. It's also native to our neighbor to the south, California. I prefer to call it the Oregon pitcher plant, not the California pitcher plant. Its common name is cobra lily. As you can see, it looks like a snake, kind of. This plant gets about 3 feet tall.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they get that big.
Oh, yeah. It's in its native environment, it really thrives. The cool thing about it looks like it has a snake tongue. And you can see the way it traps insects. Right up behind the tongue, there's an opening. Yeah. And the insects go inside there, and they see the little windows. They get confused, and they think they can fly up. They get super tired and end up going down the trap, where they become nutrients for the plant.
So yeah, if you guys leave out like a rotten piece of apple or something, get your house infested with a bunch of fruit flies, you can get one of these plants right here and actually help you get rid of those flies. But yeah, Jeff is known to always have these awesome carnivorous plants here. So if you guys ever come to the Pacnwrs shows and want one of these plants right here, you definitely gotta check out his booth. And I want to say thank you so much for showing us this awesome plant right here.
Thank you, Ryan, for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Okay guys, so I had a lot of fun trying to get ready to start filming this snake right here. And guess what? Before I started recording, it actually pooped all over me, and now I just smell like complete crap. But right here, we have the blue Barron's racer snake. Now you don't see the snake very often, but check out the blues on this snake. It is awesome. So these snakes come from Argentina, South Africa, and the males, they only get up to about 5-ish feet long, while I believe the females get up to 7 feet long. But what's really incredible about these snakes is, check out that pointy nose they have right there. There's not too many snakes like it, but there is something called a rhino rat snake. Now these guys, they actually start out green, but then they grow up to they could either be green or blue. I'm not sure what determines that, but it's pretty rad, and there's not too many blue snakes out there if you ask me, but I really think these guys are going to be like the next popular thing in the hobby. Now these guys are an arboreal snake. They can either feed on like mice, lizards, some fish, and they're also colubrids, and colubrids are rear fang venomous. It's not like enough venom to actually like kill you, but they'll do a little bit of injection of venom, blah blah blah. And what I really love about colubrids is that they're actually a diurnal species. So this kind of species right here, if you kept it as a pet, you would actually be able to see it out running around, sifting through the branches and stuff throughout the day. Unlike most pet snakes, you know, they're all nocturnal. But I want to know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think of this snake? I think it's absolutely incredible, and I am considering about getting one of these guys someday. I'm back, babies. I missed you. Told you guys that I had a green tree python. And man, I gotta say, that show was so much fun, man. Like, dude, there's always something about reptile expos I just absolutely love, especially the community, man. And dude, guys, something really cool happened to me at the show that I gotta tell you about. But first, I just want to give a special thank you to the Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. You guys help fuel the channel and give it that extra that it needs to keep going on animal education. And if you guys are ever interested in supporting animal education, you become a member for as little as $1 a month. All right, back to the video. So what happened at the show was that they have this raffle, right? You know, they have two different kinds of raffles to raise money for US ARC. One is like a bunch of vendors would donate things and people will put a ticket into a cup to win a certain prize. But then there's the 50-50 raffle, where whoever wins that raffle gets half of the money and the other half of the money goes to US ARC. I actually entered it and I finally won for once. After all these years, I finally won the 50-50 raffle. And I won over a little bit of $1,000. And I actually really needed the money because my car blew up recently. And now your boy got to finance a new car. And let's just put it like this. Cars aren't cheap anymore. Well, nothing's cheap anymore. And you know, I'm just gonna say that originally I thought about not going to this show just because I've been going through some life things, financial issues, the car thing. My head wasn't in the right mind space, but I just want to say thank you to all my friends. I'm actually really grateful that I did go because, dude, something about hanging out with you guys, dude, it just really gave me that rejuvenation just to keep going and like just to remind me that you guys care, dude. And that's the one thing I gotta say I really love about Reptile Expos. It's the community, man. Like, dude, seriously, we're already such a small niche and hobby of reptile keeping weirdos, and it's just nice to actually make friends that feel like they support you no matter what you do. And I just want to say again, thank you guys all so much for the support. You guys really help keep me going. All right, guys, my name's Ryan and you're watching Mighty Morphing Reptiles. Peace.